Let's rock, baby.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our new playthrough of Devil May Cry for our new series, Hack and Slash.
Hack and Slash, you say?
Uh-huh.
Why are we doing a series all about Hack and Slash, Rob?
Because I basically played every Hack and Slash you probably could when I was a kid, and it was my favorite type of game. Now, you may ask, how do I define Hack and Slash? Is it the normal definition?
Oh, vaguely.
Very, very vaguely.
Vaguely is
If
the
I
answer
have
to
a
that
sword
question.
and I can beat the shit out of stuff, it's probably considered a Hack and Slash. Spectacle fighter, whatever you want to do. So,
Like Dark Souls.
yeah, like that. So today we're going to start out with one of the granddaddies.
The granddaddy, I would call it.
I mean, there were ones before it, but this is...
They don't matter.
This is the king that I really first started playing on when I was a kid. So, we're going to start with Devil May Cry.
What game is this?
This is Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry?
Yep.
You ever watch the anime?
No, I did not.
Keep that tradition going. It is
Okay.
bad.
So, when you start off,
You're gonna stop switching through the fucking things, man.
Why?
Because.
Do you think we should do easy automatic? By the way, don't do this. You will just become the worst player possible. Just go on normal.
I was going to answer that question, but I guess it was rhetorical.
Yeah, let's go. So we're going to start it up.
Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
So this is the what? This is the legacy with the collection edition on.
Yeah,
the
this is the
PS3.
HD collection edition on the PS3. But
2
look at
millenniums
how
ago,
fucking cool
there
this
was a
is.
war between the human
Oh
world
my God.
Except for that
and
font
the
that you
other,
cannot read no
the
matter what.
underworld.
They just fucking pulled the medieval font off of Paint.
To justice.
Yeah, they really
Look
did.
at Nightmare in the background, just doing his Soul Calibur intro.
So when I was a kid, every time they'd talk about Sparta,
Yeah.
I would always think they were talking about Sparta with a T instead of a D.
It's like the Count of Monte Cristo, Lord Sparta.
Well, it's Sparta. Yeah, exactly. Sparta is sword, I believe, in Spanish.
Yeah, it is.
This game just had so many cool factors that really started.
This game was a mistake.
It was originally supposed to be what became, I believe,
Resident Evil 4. Yeah.
And you'll notice a lot of that as we go forward.
I mean, I hope you're right, because I learned this from you, and I
Yeah.
don't fact check ever, because I don't think I need to.
I know it was one of the Resident Evils. I'm pretty sure it was number 4. But it was a lot of the gameplay and stuff
Yeah.
came as mistakes, and we'll talk about it as we go. But this is one of the coolest opening cutscenes, and this is a tradition that follows in most of the Devil May Cries. Look at this shit.
Nobody respects Dante's door
babe.
at all. No one respects it.
Nobody does.
It's been broken so many fucking times. Also, you should turn subtitles on.
They are on. They don't work during the cutscenes for whatever reason. It's really dumb.
At what other point would you need them?
I don't
must
know.
be the handyman who'll
But
take
they
any
are
dirty
on.
job.
They just don't work during
Am
the
I correct?
cutscenes.
Almost.
Okay.
I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
It's all good.
So this is before Ken Masters became.
You're the man
Yes,
who
this
lost
is
your
I
mother
forget
and
his
brother to
name.
evil 20 years
Different
ago.
voice actor. This is
son
the
of the
original voice
legendary
actor
Dark
for
Knight
Dante.
Sparta.
He's okay. He's pretty good.
Mr. Dante.
But I do like the Ken Masters guy
The
too.
way I figure it, in this business, a lot of
That's
it will
pretty
be
alright. I mean,
if I
And this
kill each
looks,
one that
for a
comes,
PS2 game,
eventually I'll
this
hit
looks
the jackpot
really,
sooner or
really
later.
good.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
I don't hate it.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. So that's Trish, right?
This is Trish.
She's in Marvel.
Yes, she is. And even though she becomes like a hallmark of the series, this is really the only game where she's got a big impact.
Yeah.
She kind of shows up in cutscenes in the other games, and I know in look at this.
Time to go to work, guys.
Dante's not having a full day unless he's been impaled by something.
He looks a little stoned.
Very stuff. It's the graphics, man. It's
Yeah,
the
I
graphics.
know it is.
Even
Don't
as a
hate.
child, I had powers.
Even as a child, I
demonic
had.
blood
Look, listen to that Resident Evil music.
Oh boy.
Drink.
Is that?
You were the first one to know about my
I also
inventions.
love that,
Looks like I'm getting
and it's
close.
because of PS2. But whenever he gets stabbed, actually, never mind. I take that back. In every game, even on the
It
ones on
seems
the
that way.
PS3.
Are you gonna say
But
there's
I'm
no
not
blood?
your enemy.
No, there's always blood,
My name
but
is
his clothes
Trish.
never get messed up. It's like his
I came
clothes
here
are
to seek your
generated.
help.
Well, they do.
To put an end to the
I mean, they
underworld.
don't, but they should. I guess.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what?
Look at that surprised Dante face. It looks like his mom.
Oh. Is that like a Clark Kent thing? She took her glasses off and she's like, oh shit.
I guess.
20 years ago.
Oh, here we go.
Mundus.
Emperor of the
I was just
Underworld,
waiting. I was just
resurrected.
hoping there'd be some exposition.
Mundus.
Yeah. It's an
Yes.
early Capcom game.
His powers
Um,
were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain
As we go
control of the human
through
world
it more, I'm going
once
to
again.
point off more and more of the
He's been
things.
preparing to open the gate on
Malay.
Malay Island.
Malay.
I always liked
Island.
that water as a kid. I always thought it was pretty good.
I like that water.
Water.
Water. Sparta.
Some water for Sparta.
He's the son of Lord Sparta.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, her face isn't looking great there.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Also, she's apparently much
The
better
castle
than
is
me.
above this cliff. Come on, let's
I mean-
go.
I'll just jump up here and bypass all this shit.
Dante, who can easily do that as well, does not. Because
Yeah.
he doesn't need to.
Alright, so, welcome to Devil May Cry, Scott. Now, you haven't actually
Hold
played
on, hold
this
on.
before,
Let's
have
get
you?
the misconception out of the way. You're holding the sticks right now.
I am
You're
holding the
playing.
sticks.
Because okay, so I've played every Devil May Cry game. I didn't beat 3. I started with 2. I don't remember why. I was very young and impressionable. That's why I started with the worst game in the series. Oh, you got the stinger.
No,
So-
it's not the stinger.
Shut up, that's the stinger.
It's just I think it's called 1,000 Slashes or something like that.
There's only like 6. Anyway, so I played this. Go forward. Stop swinging.
Alright, fine, we'll go for it.
So I played the second one. I played the third one. Didn't beat it. I beat the second.
Mm-hmm.
I beat the fourth. I never played the reboot.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should. I hear it's not actually as bad as everyone thinks it was going to be. Oh, look at these camera angles are already upsetting me.
well, and the other...
So I put
oh, keep going.
I
Go
found
for it.
this game for like $5 at a Goodwill.
Okay.
And I bought it like about a year ago. And I played the first 10 minutes of it, got to the first combat, died because I was being too defensive, and I just said, you know what? I'm never playing this until we do the channel. So I'm hoping that you just have a perfect go, because if you give me the sticks, I will job harder than you've ever seen anyone job before.
I'll be playing for a while, but we might let you play here and there.
That's probably a bad idea.
But look at this. This was definitely a Resident Evil game at one point. So this happens every time you get a new item or whatever. You get the little intro screen.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go around for 2 seconds while we talk and grab a couple of the power-ups.
Yeah.
Because this intro level's pretty short, just like a lot of the levels are. This game is, I mean, just like Resident Evil, and like a lot of the early Capcom games, they're based off levels, but not in the way like we think of levels nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, these are really short, and they, you get your little upgrade screen in between, and it really was the predecessor for pretty much the whole hack and slash spectacle fighter genre. It does some really cool shit, like juggling was a mistake. It was a glitch that they found
Yeah.
when they were doing it, and they were like, wait, this is actually fun. So that's where the combo rating system comes in. And they actually built most of the game around a glitch.
Ruben Langdon.
Sure.
That's his name. It just came to me. I didn't
What,
look
the
it
guy
up.
who plays Ken
I
and
th-
later
yeah,
Dante?
I think so.
By the way,
My
if you want
my-
to get a good look, this is Mundus.
That's Mundus?
Yeah, we'll find that out later.
Fucking spoiler, man. I've never played this game.
He's got 3 eyes.
I like how in what was it? In Marvel vs. Capcom 3, if you play as Donamaru or whatever his name is.
The what?
Donamaru in Devil May or in MC
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about.
in Marvel
Yes.
vs. Capcom, yeah. So if you play as him when you beat Dante, like his text quote is like, you only fight pussies like Mundus," or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's pretty okay.
Yeah, so one of the biggest gripes I've always had with this game is, and it's nothing that I can really truly complain about, is that the camera. It's so.
Well, it was a Resident Evil game.
Yeah, and it was. So I just want to show this off. This is something that happens a lot in video games. I don't want to get actually damaged. Just stand there for a second.
What are you doing?
What do I actually have? Oh, never mind.
Oh, Rob, even when you're trying to fuck up, you can't do it.
Well, no, I forgot if it would actually grab me or not. Because I was just automatically getting the orbs. But this is one of the first games where it has that kind of like the wall that's gonna hurt you that blocks you from going forward.
Yeah.
Can I have access to my sword right now.
Break
but
all the shit.
Yeah, that's what you do
You
a
can't
lot.
shoot
Look,
the gun.
also, I always just like that as a kid.
That is a weird, like, JPEG
It's like a little
GIF.
JPEG GIF thing, but it's kind of a
I mean,
cool
technically,
one.
it's a GIF, not a GIF, a GIF. That's not bad. So I remember this part because, like I said, I got to the first fight and I was just like, I'm a jobber and I don't want to ever play this. So the first fight's right up these stairs.
Yes, it is. And these are the Harlequins, I believe they call them.
Yeah.
They're the first enemy you fight, and they come in. A lot of the enemies in this game, they come in different types,
Yeah.
as it happens in a lot of games. But what they do is they generally just there's only like I'd say 10 individual types of enemies, and
And then they recolor.
they recolor and they get stronger.
Yeah, that's what recolors do. You just recolor your assets so you don't have to spend much more money. And hey, look, it's a new enemy.
Yeah, and they add like another scythe or something like that. So
Oh, get that gold
just
stuff.
like Resident Evil games, again, we're going to be making this comparison a lot. It's an item hunt. It's a find the key to open up the lock, to get forward, to go to the
Yeah.
next mission. Except instead of fighting zombies and just basically dodging them, you actually have to. Oh,
What was that noise? Oh, puppets. I hate puppets.
look at these guys. All right, let's go.
So how do you block in this game,
You
Rob?
don't.
I thought you said you played this.
Well, you don't block. There is no block.
You just... So... How do you, like, what is the... Oh, is that your
It's
pistol?
just don't get hit.
Just don't get hit. They can't hit you if they're stumped, like, if they're hit locked.
And you're gonna get, and they are fairly generous, at least in normal mode. Because I'm not. Let me be clear with what we're gonna be doing with this series. Is we're not gonna be trying to do the high scores and all that shit. We're just showing off how fun. These
It's an homage to the things that we love.
Yeah,
In many ways, what this channel is.
yeah. It's showing off, and I just really want other people to, if you haven't, kind of go through and play these games because they are really, really.
But watch us play them first.
Yeah.
And then go, you know what, I can probably do it better than them, but I need to make sure, I need to watch every single moment in which they job so I can job a little less.
And as in other Capcom games, like you get to do this kind of stuff where you are
This
kind
stuff
of.
drives me fucking nuts. I hate it.
I love this stuff. This is a room that we aren't going to come to for missions from now. But when you originally come through, you kind of like there's a ladder, but the lid is closed, and I can't go through.
Like, even the text scroll is like, that's...
Yeah,
It's very...
And the combat system itself is very rough, and it's something that, and also enemies respawn every time you go through a door.
Okay.
And get used to that combat music. It's pretty good, so it's not too bad.
Your time is coming, so have I.
Yeah, you just kind of have to get used to it because it's going to keep happening.
What game is that from? I know that's from a Devil May Cry game. I'm not sure which one, though.
It's from.
I think it might be from 3. Your time is coming, so have I. I'm just like, yeah, buddy. Get hyped. That's butt rock.
But also we talked.
Oh, shit.
I talked a little bit about like the fact that you can't like. There's no blocking in Devil May Cry, at least in this one. And what you basically in normal mode at least, it happens to some degree in the other ones. But oh man, I'm rusty.
Don't worry. You'll have plenty of time to edit all of your deaths. We're going to act like this isn't the first like time we've tried to get through this room.
But a lot of it comes down to getting the orbs, and it happens pretty frequently. At least in normal mode, they're pretty generous with the green orbs that you get, which are your health, obviously.
Yeah.
And you know, you just keep going with the action, and if you keep attacking shit, eventually you'll get rewarded with more health. So as long as you can keep dodging. And
Oh, wow. Going right down.
Yeah.
So as you go through this game, like, I want to say this is like the first like I mean, I'm probably fucked. I might be wrong. I'm usually wrong. Don't quote me because I'm usually right.
Oh yeah, I remember there's a blue shard in here, I think.
Kill those things.
This
is like the first
parts
game
with
that
the camera. There we go.
started off like the character action game type, like God of War.
Yes, this was the
Bayonetta.
granddaddy of them all, really.
This was the first.
I mean, you could say like the early Gauntlet games and stuff, which we'll probably get to at some point.
Maybe on a different segment.
Maybe.
Maybe on my own segment that you're not allowed to, unless well, I kind of need you, so you are allowed, but I'm not happy about it.
You could say those maybe were the earlier incarnations, and it's true. But what we think of as hack and slash and spectacle fighters and stuff, this is really where it began. This game, many of the tropes that it comes up with, you know, really persisted through the rest of.
Like the character being able to do crazy amounts of bullshit.
So that's one thing that has to, for me, to be a true hack and slash spectacle fighter type deal is you need to feel like, obviously you need to have weaknesses and you need to be able to die, but you need to be able to feel powerful. You need to be the badass in the room at all times. Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, God of War, these games do that to a ridiculously good degree. And, you know, even further, we've seen with Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance coming up recently.
That game, we're not going to play that game. We don't like that game.
We're definitely going to play that one.
Because fucking you, what? Oh,
Look
shit.
at this. Isn't that cool? They turn you into
They have a grab.
They do. They turn
Then
you
you
into
fucking
an
play Metal Gear Solid 4 and be like, Jesus Christ, look at the shit that Raiden's doing.
Yeah,
I want to play that
I want to be able
guy.
to do that, and then isn't it funny with Kojima, where you basically didn't want to play as Raiden that much? I know I didn't in Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
And then you finally don't have to play as him again. You play as Snake finally again in 4, and then they make him cool as fuck, and you're like,
They make him rad as fuck. They made him into a Gray Fox. I mean, no one will ever be that cool. I prefer Gray Fox to Raiden. Though, like, Raiden was the most unkillable. And I know everything we say now, when we indefinitely, with the continuation of this, like, this series we're doing on our channel, we're gonna play. Rising will be played.
yeah, well,
I don't care if like we have no internet access and we can't get the video on the internet. I'm playing it. We're recording it for my amusement.
sure.
And I'm playing it. It's one of my favorite games. But, like, fuck, what was I saying? Oh, no. He keeps coming back in that game. Like,
Yeah.
he keeps dying, and then, like, oh,
But
shit, he comes back. He lifts up all of Outer Haven, that giant submarine. Then he comes back with no arms, and he still kills, like, 20 people.
Yeah, and then with the hallway scene where he's just beating people up with he doesn't have any arms at that point.
No,
right?
he just has a sword in his mouth.
and lightning. He's got lightning.
I thought it was cool because he couldn't really talk, so his vocal cord thing was just robot shit.
Yeah, it was just
Whatever.
over the top, and I loved it.
Whatever. The end of Metal Gear 4 was one of my favorite end to a game of all
Oh, so
time.
good. When the two of them are up top on the this is what I was talking about.
I think that's my favorite boss fight of all time.
You're on top of the
It came, you know what actually came surprisingly close? Oh, go get that blue orb.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you doing? You know what came really close to being my, like, up there with that?
What?
Is the boss fight at the end of Uncharted 4. I had so much fun with that fight. You trying to cut that? Can you cut that?
Nah, you can't.
Is it like a button
By
to
the
jump
way,
off ledges?
I just want to point this out, but
Yeah.
this thing, believe it or not,
Is that the Red Baron?
this thing comes into play. Like, it actually is part of the story. You think this is just some random, like, thing in here, and
Yeah.
they really tie it together. That's one of the things I love about this game, is a lot of the stuff you see early on, it all comes back around, and that's important for these kind of things, because it's like when you're reading a good book, you see that thing, and you kind of want it. You read about that thing. It's what do they call it? The knife in the room, I think, is the.
Hold on. It's like Corvix's razor or something else, but I don't know. It's like if in like chapter 2 they're talking about putting up a shotgun on the mantle, then by like chapter 10 that shotgun must be fired.
Yeah.
That is like I forget what it's called.
And that
but I
happens
know
a
it's
lot
called.
with this game. So, we're actually going to probably call it here for this first one. We will see you guys in the next episode. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that random shit, and we'll see you guys
Chekhov's
next
gun.
time.
It's called Chekhov's gun.
Chekhov's gun. Good job.
It's Chekhov's gun.
We'll see you guys next
Cut
time.
it there. No, fucking cut it there.
Hack and slash Devil May Cry.